Hey everybody, once again we had a very close vote. One vote win for doing some more Forgotten Realms. I chose the traditional this time. Maybe it's just because I'm on the heels of a 3-0 and I want to try to keep it going. So let's do that. We'll try and keep it going here and build up our Forgotten Realms collection. And I'm hearing there's some wonky matchmaking. We didn't face any repeat players yesterday, but apparently that's a thing right now. Apparently there's a lot of things right now, and Wizards is actually going to do some downtime, I guess, on Thursday. So that's tomorrow. YouTube's not going to matter. We just get the videos when they get them. But for my live folks here, looks like tomorrow is going to be another delayed start. And last time I tried to just get on air and time it with when they said the downtime was going to be over, and then the downtime went on like 3.5 extra hours, and I ended up doing no magic. So I am going to be back on tomorrow, but I'm going to do it whenever they finish their downtime. Another factor of this is that I'm also participating in the Sweatsuit Invitational, and usually I have a big gap between the end of my stream and the start of the Invitational. I don't know what the timing of the downtime is going to do to my gap, but we'll see. We're just going to have to take it as it comes, improvise, and work with what is available to us, as we always do. It's kind of like the limited magic of just streaming. So I'll take what I can get and make it work. And I know you can take and get whatever you need and make it work on your kitchen table or at your F&M or at your next big tournament. We don't have big paper tournaments right now, but they'll be back eventually. And when you do, you're going to want a deck for it, and you can build it through my sponsor, cardkingdom.com. They sell like all the Magic cards. I sell a lot of, I sell some of the Magic cards. I can't even say a lot on a relative front. I do sell Magic cards myself, but I only have some of them. If you basically want all of them, then you're gonna go check out cardkingdom.com. If they are missing a card, if there's a unique Magic card that they don't have, you know they're trying to get it. They want a complete inventory so that when you show up there, you can get the deck you want or the cube you want or whatever, one stop right there. And as always, if you want some very specific, super sweet version of a card and they are out of it, really, you got to use that restock notice. I have gotten so many of my cards in my collection filled that I really wanted through using their restock notice. And in my I talked about this before. I had I got a near mint foil days within 2 or 3 weeks of putting in a restock notice. And so that's just the kind of thing. They have so much product going through that if you put in those restock notices, you're going to get what you need, even if they don't have it that day. Thanks, Card Kingdom, for all your help and support. Please use my affiliate links and let them know you got there from here, won't you? You know where they are, right? Panels, notes, etc. You're on it. All right. Let's draft. Pay some gems. Keep our gold number flying upwards. Get into draft view here. Right on. Welcome, Robert. Good time zone. Silver lining. Rob's asking what happened to the Monster Train game. I mean, it still exists. It's not like after some number of months the code all disappears. You can purchase and play Monster Train to your heart's content. Has it gotten new stuff? I don't know. I've kind of fallen off it, to be honest. I really enjoyed it for the chunk of time that I was deep into it. But like most gaming experiences, at some point I'm like, and I'm done with this, at least for a bit. The only game it really hasn't happened with is Magic. And that's the last sip of coffee. Cube or AFR, depending on the availability of the Tinker's list. Right on. Yeah, best of 3 at this point is hit or miss in general, and it doesn't surprise me that it's especially so with Forgotten Realms. Thank you for that sub. Let's see what we've got here. Wow, options. A lot of good red. We're probably taking a red card, but with the understanding that we're passing good red. I do love a Dragon's Fire, and I think it's actually pretty close. I mean, a 4-mana 3/2 that can get picked off by a lot cheaper spells is not amazing in terms of its risk factor. But it is a fun card. I think it's pretty clearly, and Burning Hands I do like in that it picks off those huge green creatures. This is a more fun card, though. I'll take the fun card. But Dragon's Fire, if you're on Dragon's Fire, I don't blame you. It might be the right pick. G-Guards is like, nah, this is actually legit better. I don't know, we could probably go to 17 lands to at least get some information on it. But I'm certainly on a streaming level in for trying the Wild Mage. Seeing what we get from that. We could follow with Plundar, but look, we've got 1T. I love this card. I do not love blue, but I do love this card. And this is a die roll, so we could take the rare and see if we maybe end up in the dice deck. All right, sure. Yeah, what do I care, right? I mean, let's try it. It'll be fun to do something new. Or at least take it. I'm not married to this blue card yet. The blue really has to flow, but we'll start here. What's just the best card? Is it I? This isn't great, but if you're in life gain, I think this is pretty great, but I almost think of this as a green-white card in the format. The Death Toucher is solid, and Pegasus is solid. I think those are really the only cards I'm looking at. Choose Your Weapon, I guess, is okay. But I think I'd take a Peggy in case we end up, we abandon the blue and just go red-white. I'm gonna do that. Weak pack, let's take Peggy narrowly over the 1/2 Death Toucher. Somewhat paid here. We got a Brunor we can move into, and we see that Priest and Paladin are here. Boy, I almost want to take one of these two. They're so good, but Brunor is a sign. So let's grab that. And I'm a little worried about passing this good white and having the white get cut. Right, this is great with Wild Mage for sure. Well, what do you think? I mean, is this spicy enough to take the Priest over the Battle Hammer? But, I mean, I'm going to take Brunor. I think this is too interesting and too good of a build around to see at this point in the draft. But now I could take Boots because it kind of goes with Brunor, but I think we now take the Moondancer here. Although there's Demi-Lich. This is not real. Trickster is actually doing the die roll thing. We could take, I suppose we could take this, and then we're back to seeing whether we are blue or red white. Torch also could go in a Brunor deck. All right, sure. I'll keep our options open to some different archetypes here and see if we figure out where we belong. Spoils, now the best card in the pack pretty easily. There's a Boots to go with the Equip deck, although it's not a big discount or anything. Ray is decent, and we're best of 3, so although I think you main deck it and are just happy when you're facing red. So, okay, I'll take the Ray. Spoils is a lot better, but we have 2 cards into blue, and we're looking for some... We're trying to feel something again in the format, so we'll take Ray. Now, Rapier is interesting with Brunor. Oh yeah, we're not we don't think blue-red is great. We're just trying to, again, feel something again. Elemental, bar the gate. Yeah, Elemental does work with Trickster. I'm still kind of eye in the Brunor. I guess this isn't good enough though. Yeah, I'm a little worried about that War Furnace, right? Where's the but I'll take the yeah, I'm really down on prisoners now. I was okay with it before, but I've come way down on it. This is tough though. What is this table telling us? I kind of want to take the plate armor now and just abandon the blue with Brunner and a champ still here. I mean, these are okay, and we could stick to those blue guns, but we know they're not that good, so I'm taking the plate armor. And we could take, I guess we could take Hana. I haven't played blue-white in a while. We're doing Hana Splash Brunor. Yeah, splash the red. You don't really have the adventuring going on yet. But there's not much else here. I guess I could just take the Ranger's Hawk. Yeah, let's take the Hawk. It's the more grown-up pick. I do love me a that particular card, but I got to be the grown-up here. Shield. It's true. Red is not super open. We first picked this, and we took a gold-red card, but other than that, red has not been open. That's a good point, Robert. I'm going to take the Shield here. Ambushed Air Elemental, Air Cult Elemental, or the Mace. Mace is pretty replaceable. I'd rather have the Torch if I'm having a card with those casting stats. Demi-Lich comes back around and the Torch. All right, well, I'm going to take the Demi-Lich. Fiddlebender could actually do some things with this deck. But we probably even wheel this. Nobody else is going to want it. Like, so we could take Portable Hole, Minimus Containment, Fly, Planar Ally. A lot of you hear something might even just be the pick here, and then we take whatever we get on the wheel. But yeah, Hole, you here, or Minimus. What do you think is the right place to start? Hole for the uncommon that we're not likely to see more of. Yeah, you here is the most flexible. Hole is cheaper. Yeah, that's a good point. We'll take, I like the no Plundar effect. Ooh, Paladin's great, but we're not really close to that anymore. This is what is this pack? This isn't even fair, Magic Gods. What is this pack? I mean, Conjurer, really? Wheel the Door? Ugh. Throw up a little in my mouth on this one, but here we go. We could take gems, but I suppose, yeah, this is a fair point. Like, I don't gem pick too much anymore because it's not super relevant to our ability to do what we want on the system. But if you're up against your gem count, certainly it's the Paladin. Conjure probably wheels though, Mike. That's what I'm thinking. Nobody's doesn't look like anybody is in blue. I mean, I'll take gems to model the behavior. We don't need to, but it's a perfectly fine place to take some gems. Dragonfire could be a splash card here, but I don't see. We don't have really great tools for splashing. We don't know. I'd like to avoid it if I can. I'd rather just take a monk to get on board early. Splash white. Yeah, white's not gonna be the splash. I think we go monk, and with these early 1-drops, we can try to pick up some of those, you know, a torch or something, and be fine with that. Soul Knife is okay. Well, our whites. I mean, our white's not amazing, but it seemed to be open at least. Displacer Beast is workable with where we're headed. I wish I had that Hama now. I bailed on the Hama, and now it seems like the card we wish we had. Wow. Somehow, I don't know if I'm not navigating this well or if it's just this draft, but this is not... The pack 2 has been brutal. We could take a Valor Singer. Maybe I should have just been harder on the red here. Totally, Siriana. I was thinking we weren't going to be blue-white, but now that we are, I wish I had that. Here's a portable hole we can grab, but we do have a minimus containment. So speaking of ranking the white removal, now we've got containment number 1 or portable hole number 2. Probably, well, we did wheel a Demi-Lich. I don't know. No, it's a different one. Tron wants the hole. Yeah, I'll take this hole. All right. This is a playable blue card, but I mean, this is where it's like seeing this stuff going by is... Or we can take Dungeon Map. I guess this is a place for Dungeon Map. I can do that. I've not really played this card because I haven't had the deck for it, but this is finally the deck where I'd say, yeah, I'd play Dungeon Map. This is actually good for this deck. And I'll take this Torch. Let's get in the... All right, and Planar Ally comes around. Oh, man. I'm saying, oh, man, because I just want that Hama back even more now. I'm going to basically cut the red. I just don't think we're going to do that splashing thing. No need. Here's the Conjurer. This Conjurer wheeled, but the other one didn't. That's interesting. And I think we want that over the Shortcut Seer. Yeah, I might, or the Seeker. Yeah, that's fair. I didn't end up doing that, but maybe I should have. I don't think we're playing the Shield with where we're headed in this deck. More weakness. Come on, packs. What a brutal pack. Champion? Really? Bleh. I don't think we're even running this at this point. We'll see. Hey, not for me. It's been literally my best color pair. I have not played this. Every time I've played this, I've trophied. And even afterwards, I was like, but it's not good. I don't know why I trophied every time. So we'll take the champ, but ugh, what a gross pack. Well, there you go. Getting paid a little bit here. Displacer Beast number 2, or Wizard Class number 1, or You Hear number 2, or Minimus Containment number 1. Lots of options here. Probably take a white card and try to wheel something blue. You like the class? Yeah, I guess we're going long enough we can take the class. I kind of want the You Hear number 2 or the Containment. Our interaction isn't great. Gimps wants to do cabs. Mike likes the here. Too late. We went with class on the timeout, basically. Oh man, show me that. I would make a different choice. But now we can take a Containment over Cleric class. Not really doing this thing in this deck. You take class number 2. But I think we take Containment now. Gotta pick up some... some of that action. I like this Steadfast Paladin. That's nice to pick up here. Veteran Dungeoneer over Charm Sleep, or do we need to put some stuff to sleep? Just have some interaction. We are doing the Dungeoneering thing, though, and we do have some removal now, so I think I'm going to take the Vet, try to continue to support this dungeoneering theme we have. Here's another one. You can also get some card draw. Well, we're also low at 4s. We could just take another Dungeoneer, but contact other plane. This just feels less important when we're trying to Dungeoneer and get our value that way. I'm going to take another Dungeoneer. This is interesting. Hawk for the top end, or the bottom end, or another elemental for the top end. Let's go Hawk. And try to hook these Hawks up with torches. And now we can take a Soul Knife Spy over Split. Although I have found Split to be okay if you know things are going to get clogged and go long. But I'll just take the solid 3 here. It's totally playable. Bar the Gate, come to a river. We have a couple of these. Maybe some more bounce interaction. I don't think we need a Pixie Guide in this deck. We're not tumbling very many dice. I'll take this and put it in the board for now. Straight Counterspell. Unicorn that's not going to get much bigger. Combat Trick could be interesting. Yeah, you choose the creatures. That part's no joke. We did wheel one of these classes. We could take Scion. But I think we'll take a second class. Second class citizen here. Charm Sleep last pick. Okay, well. Yeah, it's true. Mike talking about playing at instant speed. When you have the option, you know, if you have an instant speed creature for 3 mana and bar the gate, you can play the creature if there's nothing to bar, right? Well, we got cuts. I don't even know what to do here. I guess start with the... We're not doing the Trickster at all. And then we got to just look at our counts. We got 16, 16. Got to cut a lot of non-creatures. So let's take a look at that, really. Is Demi-Lich playable here? Instant and sorcery you've cast this turn. Probably too tough. Probably too tough. So we'll cut that. We need cuts anyway. Secret Door is... it's playable in this type of deck. I don't know if... you know, yeah, we are going to get treasure. We could splash. I just don't know if it's worth it. Yeah, definitely ambushed should go. Is this good enough? I think they cut the rally maneuver. Pablo wants 1 wizard class to go. That may be correct as well. Yeah, we could cut the door. If we're cutting one of these 2, I would cut the door over the map. Yeah, let's cut. We have enough interaction, we can cut that. Yeah, that was we got some rough packs in that one for sure. So I think I'm liking these 15 creatures, and now it's just like, what's our worst stuff down here? Maybe cut 1 bar the gate. Although they do venture. Well, Mike's on cutting at least 1, so I like that. Do you like Charmed Sleep still in the deck? Come to a river. Obviously got to keep... I think this is just like, probably just cutting a Charmed Sleep. And then Probably you come to a river. Like, we got to make some cuts. And that's looking like the weakest of what's sitting here. So now I will give you the secret door cut and say that map is our long game dungeon play. And then I think this is okay. How build around do I consider plate armor? It's nice to have things that reduce its cost, but I'm okay with it as, like, if it did not have the final sentence, if it was just equipped creature gets +3/+3 and has ward 1, equip 3, I think it would be good. And then if you are adding in other equipment, it gets great, but I think this is a good card. Okay, that's reasonable. Not playing at instant speed in this game. That's a good name, Hat, but I'm going to go with BLEW to avoid spoilers. But I do like Mike's point. If we're going to do that, let's just do this. I don't know, Tron, what do you think? I think, well, we'll see. I can't not trophy with blue-white, so I have high expectations. What's the most dungeoneering looking sleeves? I don't know. So I'll pick Shark, since it's blue. All right. I want to win one game off of a turn 2 Huan Ti that's never answered. That would be sweet. Look. I mean, where is this planar ally flying to? I mean, the best dungeons in this world are in the sky, apparently. We're trying to throw off our opponents anyway. Oh, let's get rid of these texty lands. Get something we like here. Anybody redeem bling? No bling. I choose. Maybe Theros lands today. The installment plan is nice, David. If you had to spend 6 all at once to get that effect, it would be super clunky, and I even consider it pretty risky to equip early, because you can get the tempo blowout if you equip and they kill your creature immediately. But being able to slot it in when you can and then equip it when you can later when the dust has settled a bit has been pretty powerful. But yeah, against a hyper aggro black-red deck, it might be too slow. And we can consider that if it comes to it. Yeah, what did we take over Hama? I really want that Hama now. Wow. It was some straight white card, or I can't remember. Just some monocolored card. Hawk. Okay, well, Hawk is solid for the deck, but yeah, I'd take a Hama over a Hawk. Can do a T-par here, see what you think of our chances. If past performance is a guarantee of future results, you should vote for 3. But we are starting on a mulligan. Let's see how it goes from here. All right, we can keep this. What are we getting rid of, though? I feel like I kind of want to ramp map to our Planeswalker bomb, but We don't even have the second blue for it. Am I supposed to shuffle this in? Or it doesn't even shuffle. I don't know if we have shuffle effects, now that I think about it. Oh, can't this just be my opener? It'd be so nice. I guess I get rid of the dungeon map and then just try to get to this naturally. No, we don't have a wilds. Yeah, that's where Tron landed. I think I've got to be where Tron is. I would like to use the map to ramp, but instead we're just going to keep our top end bomb and our ability to cast stuff. No, we didn't get the creature that searches for artifacts. Thanks for the sub. There's our second blue. So now we can we're only any land away from turn 6 Planeswalker. And, you know, do we pick off this Ghast? It's really annoying because it can block and kill the beast. Oh, well, yeah, we do, because now it's big. Oppo investing another card into it makes me want to go ahead and pick this thing off. Wow, they're going Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Bring it. I love it. Oppo getting spicy over there as well. They get treasure, which is unfortunate, but we got a 2-for-1, which is pretty good. Oh, you're just a turn late, my friend. I think I'm going to lead with the more expensive card and give them a chance to use removal on this before throwing this our long game Dungeoneer out there. I've seen Door like once or twice, but yeah, it doesn't quite add up to a card. Charmed Sleep is interaction and action both, so we'll keep that. Doesn't give us a 2-spell next turn, but Sleep is worth keeping here for sure. Oppo spinning some gears here. Fine by me. And now we will put our rare at risk. Risky indeed. Oh, and they chose the wrong one. Good. Good, good. No reason to... Well, let's see. Wait, we can make a treasure and play Mordenkainen in here, but we want to sleep the dragon anyway, so we'll just make a Gobbo. Yeah, I think Oppo just saw that it was bigger and could do this repeating thing. Maybe they also have ping removal that they were going to use on this or something. I don't know what's going on here. A lot of windfalls. That's a big boy. Thank you, Wizard Nose. Appreciate that sub. Portable hole. Not going to manage anything we're seeing here with any relevance, but Mordenkainen's going to be fine. I'll start with 1T, though. I guess we can... Wait, let's see. Whenever... Yeah, okay, so we can send both. Just making sure... I actually read my card, because I could totally see it being like, oh, but you don't get the Dungeoneering because you attack with both. We're gonna... Yeah, we're gonna make it bigger. It's a little bit going all in, but I say go all in, make him have something to stop it. And then Mordenkainen is just like, and you got a Planeswalker to worry about. Maybe I'll go up here. Try it, or over. Let me try it over here so you can see the Planeswalker. I'm gonna draw.
Leave me be. I'm reading.
All right, only lost one thing. We're gonna ditch an island here. Planar ally is fine. We're gonna chump over here, send in 1T first, though. Although I suppose I should draw first. Right, we don't want dogs yet. Oh, the dog would be fine, too. What do you think? Let's see. Yeah, I'll draw. I'm gonna draw.
Your tiny mind couldn't possibly grasp my...
G-Guards likes making boys. Totally fair. Boy, do we get rid of this removal that's not doing anything? We can make a 6/6, but we're already chumping here. I just like making it out. Like, we get to win pretty soon if we make a flyer and 1T is not... You like getting rid of the Hawk? Because we could also go Dungeoneer Hawk. Let me get rid of the portable hole. It's not doing anything. Yeah. We don't want to reduce hand size if we're going to make dogs, but we can also just draw cards forever and be pretty fine. But I'll just go ally. And, looks... And also, I'm going to sandbag the island, though. Now watch them play something amazing that we could hole, but I like our thinking anyway. Yeah, it was a deliberate decision to keep hand size up for making dogs starting next turn, I think. That's where I'm at. And this is fine too. It's almost... If they don't follow with something, it's like practically giving us the game. I mean, heck, I could let Mordenkainen take 7, but no, we'll chump here. Unfortunately, ally can't attack here, so we don't get that play. But let's send in 1T at least, and then make a doggy. Okay, so, oops, the, I actually didn't mean to go to, like, I just randomly went to Tomb, but let's actually figure out. Tomb can close it out pretty quickly from here. Yeah, I think we should just do Tomb. This is the time to do Tomb. Tomb time.
Apparently, I can create your doom in dog
Can't attack
form.
because of Twisted Caverns. Yeah, 8/8 is fine, so we'll do this as well. But we're not going to play anything else. We want our doggy to threaten the 7/7. And Oppo is moving on. All right, so we are up against red. We can bring in that Ray. Did you see? I mean, I guess they have some small stuff that the hole can get. We want to bring in the Ray, which means something's got to give. And Portable Hole might be the thing that gives way to it. Or we could go even lower on creatures. Soul Knife Spy. I mean, Oppo is... Yeah, that's true. We can bring in a bar as well. And cut the dungeon map. Yeah, we can cut the dungeon map. I agree with that. And then... I'm looking at Soul Knife Spy, but if Oppo's going to spend their turn, you know, looting on 4 or whatever, then having the Soul Knife Spy is not the worst, but it's pretty... On most boards, it's tough to get it through. I think I'm going to cut it and keep all of our interaction, but I'm looking at the hole and wondering if it should be the hole that I cut over the Soul Knife. But I'm gonna go with this. Let's see how it goes. I'm going to go back to this view until such a time as we have a Planeswalker. This is not a keep. We had 1 lander into a 6-lander, 2 mulligans for us. But once again, a solid looking hand on 7. Well, got to go to 6. I think we cut the hole. I mean, it would get something early. We could cut Minimus Containment. But I want this with the torch for sure. Yeah, I could do land as well. Yeah, maybe I should be greedy. I like it. Let's be greedy. You reminded me to be greedy. I love it. Thank you. I was almost not greedy. We can hold that, but obviously we're going to get our rare going ASAP. Make Oppo answer it. Next turn we can hole and torch. Or just plate armor because there's nothing to hole, or you can hole and torch still, I suppose, but I just like, well, let's start with an attack, right? Nothing's getting equipped, so let's see what they got. This might be dead before we hit second main. Down the middle to start. Scry me a river. Ooh. I think we can... I kind of want more land, but that's an interesting keep, because we could go plate armor this turn and torch monk next turn, and then have a cheap equip of the plate armor after that, and have a 2/2. I'm going to be a little greedy here and keep it, because it gives me a clear sequencing for next turn. Yeah, now I like holding up the torch before they can throw that on the Barrowin and start adding to their count. So monk into portable hole as opposed to the torch here is now what I'm going to do. And then we can still attack with 1T. And we could make a treasure and still play the torch. You like saving whole? Well, we're basically letting them get in for dungeoneering. Maybe that's okay. How about start with an attack anyway, because I'm not equipping again. That's fair. Maybe it's worth the sink. Yeah, we could treasure here. I'm kind of liking the goblin plan, but yeah, maybe let's treasure and since we're low on mana, I think that's probably right. And then we'll go with the monk torch plan. I like what Mike is saying. We'll go ahead and let them equip up and get in with the 3/3 if they want. This puts us in a nice spot. Plate armor now equips for 2. And without even spending the treasure, next turn we can hold the torch and equip the plate. Or we could contain the creature if we wanted to do that. Oh, we can do it all without using the treasure here, so... Or we could actually 2 to equip, 3 to contain, and then that's a interesting line with the plate armor on the rare. So we can minimus after. So let's plate up the rare. Ooh, there's a pause. Well, they didn't kill it. Let's see. Attacks. I was just thinking we could do this, but we're gonna go with our plan. We're just gonna drain. One, two, three, four, five, six. This does give them like dragon mana, but they can't kill our 1T with the dragon, so I'm cool with this. If we draw a land, we have Peggy Hole for another counter on the monk as well. And then that would threaten lethal. Ah, that was the pause. They had a dispute. That's a lot of work, but it's not going to really get there. But, wait, they do have, oh, they're going for Dark Pool. They should -4 or something, I would think, but maybe not. I don't know. Well, if they play a blocker, then... and we attack with 2 things, this doesn't get unblockable, so I was just thinking something would get blocked unless we hole it. Oh, I see. Yeah, it was different numbers before. Well, they did what they hadda, and now... we're gonna keep piling on. Let's see. I want to get this out of range of this dragon if it comes down. So let's do plate here and equip the torch later. This has flash, so if they play, I mean, if they looks like they're gonna go for a dragon, but if they play something red, we can play that. That's not gonna do it. Right now we're planning to fly the Peggy. I figured they'd find a way to drop the dragon and then have something to at least chump the Peggy, or chump the monk. But this looks like GG. Unless one of these 2 cards and these 3 mana can do something that I'm not thinking about. Maybe a 2 mana removal spell. Yes, that's why I said if they play a red card, we can run out the Ray. Yeah, it does make sense. They're like, well, I'll play out 2 ground blockers, and then I don't lose even if Oppo has removal, right? But we had a different plan, and we got the win.
Bender, honey, we love you.
Shut up, baby, I know it.
Yes, if you are gonna chump with something small for sure. We know they weren't stream sniping, that's for sure. How about a good starting hand? Magic Gods. Any land gives us dungeon map conjure. We can really start ramping it out. We got no white yet. We can't do anything with this stuff. Do we keep this on the strength of these, or do we need earlier action? If we top deck a plains, we have early action. I'm just not counting on that. But I'm going to keep. I think the conjure and map on any land is good enough. And we're on the play, so hopefully we don't get too run over, even if Oppo has a pretty hot start. But now we are needing that top deck land to do anything. Boo earns. We took our chances. We had the odds, we did. And now we're just getting laughed at. Unfortunate. Well, I took my risks, and here we are. Now the question is, like, I mean, Mordekainen is so far away, it seems like an obvious place to dump. But at the same time, map plus conjure means Mordekainen might be our way back in this game. And I'm kind of on ditching the torch or the hole. I guess hole might still be useful, but torch is the thing that we just don't have time for right now. I think it was torch or hole, and torch is just not going to be necessary. Like, if we win this game, it will be so long before we have time to even manage a torch. But really need, like, a plains. I'd even take an island, but, you know, we need a land here, or I think it is over. All right, we got our land. They have a containment at the ready. What do we want them to contain? Probably like a Soul Knife Spy. A Soul Knife Spy blocks both of their creatures and will compel them to contain. Yeah, Champ even better at that. Yeah, that's a good point. Champ does the same thing that the Soul Knife Spy does in terms of forcing them to contain, or they don't have good attacks, but it's a worse creature. So, good call. Same philosophy, but just like a slightly better choice. Adult Gold is rough, but hey, I mean, they're getting hyper aggro, and we have some blocks. I mean, we just block here, and we can... they're being clever, though, in terms of now our containment can be contained, so we don't actually have an answer for Adult Gold yet. So we can dungeon map and have two left over. Yeah, they get it back. Now you want the spy for the same philosophy. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at, right? We still need to just try to get them to use this. Come on, Oppo, go for the contain play. It's our only hope, really. All right, we're gonna move on. Can't win now. Made a reasonable keep, did not get reasonable draws. Obviously bringing in the Ray again. Yeah, the Ray Bar plan seems reasonable with those big dragons. And map and what was map and like Soul Knife were my cuts before for this run. I think I still like that. I think the Hawks are still doing the thing we want, you know. They're going to wear equipment and help us venture. Mike and Tron are on cutting the Hawk. Well, Neuromancer, I can think of worse consistent results, but don't play white-blue. That's my advice. Unless you're me and can't lose with it somehow. Yeah, it's fair. The Oppo having their own flyers is reasonable. I just really like a Hawk wearing a torch. When we're on the play, and I'm thinking more proactively about our own plan as opposed to necessarily being defensive about Oppo's plan. It's got flood potential, but I'm not going to mulligan it. We're going to just have to hope the Hawk lives up to my decision to keep it. All right, Magic Gods, please deliver some non-lands to the top of our library. We got it past. We got past both the 1T and the Planeswalker. I appreciate that we got a spell. Now I hope we find something to actually do. Not yet, really. Certainly not containing a torch. Of course. can't contain the cleric. Gonna see if they want to contain my birdie. Probably not, honestly. But, well, I'm gonna just pass. We are a little creature light from where I would like to be in general. I could flash this in. Are we okay with that? I don't know if I'm going to draw anything that even matters to playing this Frost now or not. I'm going to draw. That's interesting. I know we can use our mana. It's just that there's not very many draws that were going to make me unable to use the mana this turn. And that's kind of what happened here. We can go Portable Hole on the Torch. You like to get it after it's been equipped, but I'm not going to mess around. And then I will use the Ray here on the Cleric now. Really kind of trying to do things here to encourage Oppo to use the containment to, like, unlock. Like, they might contain the Ray to unlock their Cleric, for example. Air Cult Elemental can reset that Unicorn at least. And then it will probably be contained, and then we can contain their contain and rebounce something with the Elemental. So I kind of like that line. We don't rebounce? Why not? It's entering the battlefield. Oh, because it doesn't exile it, right? I always think of these, all of this stuff as exile, right? But it's not exile. It's weird though, right? I mean, all of this stuff is exiled, and it's just like this one isn't. So, given that, do we care? Do we want it back? Conjurer holds the ground. I kind of just like Conjurer, hold the containment, and keep whacking with the Hawk here until they do something else. Plundar gets the hole. Boo.
Thundar, the Barbarian.
That's okay, though. I like Peggy sending the Conjurer in for an attack, and then hawking and pegging to, well, maybe we're too low on life to do that. I don't know. Let's see. We'll have, actually, we can do, like, Peggy, send, Hawk, untap. I don't know. You want to unlock the 2/5 with the containment? Yeah, we can do that too. Send it all. I just feel like with all this, we're... But I don't like tapping everything just to venture once, so I will just keep swinging. And... yeah, let's go ahead and at least get back a 2/5 blocker. Maybe we'll just get there on flying. Stranger things have happened. Like, many seasons of it have happened. we're very disadvantaged on cards, so really winning in the air before they can leverage their card advantage is basically plan A through Z here. Yeah, that's a problem. We can conjure to untap the elemental and at least have a blocker, but we don't have attacks anymore. So now we're just waiting for them to empty the hand. 2 Hawks can start cruising through dungeons, though. So there's that. I'm gonna go ahead and untap our elemental. Drop the Hawk. And then Hawk the Hawk for a venture. We have them somewhat low on life, but not enough to go down Tomb, so let's just go through the mine. Good scry. Yeah, that's true. Torch on the dragon is no bueno. But if they attack with the 5/5 dragon, I'm in for that. We can attack back. So if they want to do that, I'm cool with that. Can leave like a Hawk back to chump if we need to. They're just going for it. This screams trick, but we don't have the luxury to play around it. So I'm gonna try and trade for the barbarian, or eat the barbarian, even though I don't think this is likely to be just an eaten barbarian. We just don't have the luxury of playing around stuff right now. Yeah, we traded for a rally. Plate armor is interesting. We can play it, and it does make a trade possible in the air, even if they do suit up. So we'll hold again, see if we can stave off my first, well, not my first match loss. I just played all of my other blue-white decks best of one, where I took some losses, but inevitably trophied. Probably going to go in the harsh one this time. Tomb? I would. There we go. And now we're just doing stuff to not die, but we totally can't win after this happens. Especially with that draw. Alright. That's more along the expectations of your average blue-white deck, but we still have a chance at some gems back. Let's take this third match, and we'll try some Jumpstart, okay? Plate armor on 2/3 stops ground attack, but then we're still dead, right? I didn't see a win there. Like they had enough to get around it, didn't they? If that was in any way an early scoop, I didn't see a line. Yeah, their dragon was dead, but didn't they have other creatures? Hey, Kyle Thulu. Thank you for the sub. Happy sub-anniversary. Yeah, they were going to go into the next dungeon where I didn't have a discard. Yeah, we were dead. Mike, more optimistic than I was about that, I guess. Oh, come on, Magic Gods. Show me 2 islands on the top of the deck, and I like this hand a lot. But obviously that's a stretch. Ooh. Really tough draws today. We get to keep this and figure out our plan. We could get land greedy again. We have 2 ramp spells, though. We could just get rid of one of these. I trust Mike, but we weren't winning that game. Yeah, I guess we do have to send back something. I'm tempted to keep the map to be able to venture long game to help undo some of this disadvantage. But can't send the Conjure back because it might wear the Torch. So yeah, I guess we ship it's ship the map or the Torch, but I think Torch, given that we have a creature, might. Yeah, Raptor wants to be greedy and send land. It's true that Conjure would untap an island even if we don't have a second. Interesting suggestions. Yeah, I agree. Let's send Torch. It's another place where it's not going to do anything for a while. Alright, that's cool. Paladin on 2. Kind of makes me wish we had the Torch, but we didn't know we were going to draw that. Grixis Tron from Oppo on turn 3. Gotta love that. Unless you're us. In which case it's fair to not love that. And let's conjure up and make him have something for the Conjurer to get the Rust Monster through. I'm not going to Charm Sleep the Rust Monster just to get a Paladin in on turn 2. Or turn 3. Don't have the 6th land. Oh, we kind of do. So actually I should map here, and then we can get Mordenkainen going next turn. We can do this and actually have Charmed Sleep right now as well. So maybe we do that. Do you wanna use the sleep now? We could. I don't necessarily think we should. I'm going to say no. It also keeps a card in hand in case we want to make some doggies. We make a 6/6 next turn and see if we can stabilize with that and then start drawing off the PW. Interesting attack. Clearly says they've got something. Nobody suicides a Rust Monster in. But what? Why wouldn't they send the Vampire Spawn if they've got a good attack with the Rust Monster is what I'm wondering. So let's say no blocks. Now, you hear something is super interesting, but we're going to go for the doggy play here. A lot of mana open. Going to make him have it, though.
I'll learn much from your failure here today. Heal!
So this is a bit risky. I mean, the 6/6, we're a little bit all in on the 6/6. Wow, Oppo not doing anything with 5 mana is pretty big gain for us. But now they're going to come at Mordenkainen, and we got to do something about it. Fascinating. This is a problem. But I guess Mordenkainen maybe helps undo some of this. But we can just make... Maybe I draw here. Let's draw here.
Maintaining balance requires insight.
And I like the Air Colt. We can even bounce this thing now. Make him recast it. And then, what don't we want? Yeah, the 3/1's doing the least here, right? Yeah, I should have sent a 10/10, I guess, instead of an 8/8. I got ahead of myself. The rope freaked me out. Stupid rope, always freaking me out. They could send in both at the Planeswalker. But if so, yeah, we had a somewhat of an answer for that. And now. Start by sending unless we're going to draw. Are we drawing? Probably making 10/10s. So if I'm making 10/10s, I'll send a 10/10. And an elemental.
I am never defenseless.
And I guess wizard class draw 2, right? And because of... I should have used Conjurer, although I don't mind Conjurer on defense. Yeah, let's untap Dog. Good call. Good call. Better blocker, and then I can still play a Plains and have you hear something in case we want to use that. So I'm going to do that. Oh, right. Reading is fundamental. And unfortunately, our Planeswalker's dead. Thanks to their fresh card here. But maybe our big dogs are enough.
Comprehend the damage you've wrought.
Swing all, but if we're swinging all, maybe we're supposed to charm some sleep first. And then we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We get in 9. But maybe we just give him a chance to block and play into that you hear something. All right, we'll just do that. I just trying to figure out if we want to do Charm Sleep and you hear. That's all. And if we don't have to use it this turn, I probably won't. We could you here and take out the Baldur's Gate, but we can also spend 6 mana on a combination of like Veteran Dungeoneer and Hawk, and then load up for next turn's hopefully game-winning you here. So use it to remove blocker. I mean, yeah, okay. We can do that if you like it. We can still do the Dungeoneer even. Rob liked holding it. I went with chat's consensus, but it's a tight one. I'm not sure what's correct there, honestly. Shame about Ray. And if we go dungeon, we can even go. We could go Dungeoneer, Land, and Hawk, but our dogs get too small there for my tastes. We could just Charm Sleep the blocker, but this taps enchanted creature, so I think we should Charm Sleep next turn, and lower their blocking count by 1 without them knowing it. Yeah, dogs only need to be 6/6. That's true. Well, let's start with Dungeoneer. And then decide what to do. Yeah, scrying will be nice here. Although, what does scrying matter in the face of frickin' Xanathar, right? So I actually kind of want to not leave him the Dungeoneer. I don't know. Scrying is weird when you're up against this thing. And so if I go... You want the Hawk out is the question. If I put Plains and Hawk, they lose 4 toughness, and they're both still alive. And then they grow back up. Yeah, I think we hold because we want to cast Charm Sleep next turn, and the 1 damage is not going to matter. You like the Hawk? Oh yeah, because we could put a counter on it if we go through the through here. I don't know. I don't have this one sorted. But all right, seems like there's some support for it. I'll do it. These are going to get back to 6. And if need be, we can pin down a blocker. They go to 4 in that spot, but... Or doggies. Ugh. Well, we are going to pin down a flyer. I was just hoping it was going to be a Hawk that was our only issue. We could map Hawk, untap Hawk, and have a 2/2 Hawk. Then we had a sleep too. There's too much to do next turn. Ooh, Peggy, you say. Peggy, you say. And with 4, 5, 6, 7, we can Peggy sleep. The doggy gets pretty small. It's a 3/3. But then we got a lot of flyers. We could also, in that case, just do it on the Dungeoneer, and then the Dungeoneer is bigger. They're just going to chump our biggest one anyway. It doesn't really matter. I guess it makes it so they can't just trade with the Hawk. So I like charming the ally. And flying something. Flying the Dungeoneer, I guess. Send in these 3. They got to put the Hawk in front of the big Dungeoneer. And we do get him on a 1-turn clock for next turn. Somehow, some way. But let's get a better blocker here with our... Actually, they're all on the ground. I'm going to bring the Dungeoneer upright as the thing I would most want to block with next turn. Well, they're only taking land off us. That's not bad. Depending on what they're up to here. I don't know. Oh, maybe that was another land they already had. That doesn't help them. Come on, one time, beat a Xanathar. Maybe 2 times beat a Xanathar. You know what I mean? Get this win. Well, they're deep in the tank. That's generally a good sign. Some people toy with you or don't see the out they have until a little later. We do have counters in the board, which we'll be bringing in for Xanathar. So that also seemed desperation-y, but they got 2 fresh cards now. All right. Still have lethal. But now they only need to stop just 1 of our flyers. But we still technically have lethal. Oh my goodness. Well played, Oppo, to find a way to not die next turn. Now we got to make another turn of not losing our flyers. Yeah, we basically knew that. All we can do here is level, and then, well, we can level and then dungeon map. Where do we get there? We get a treasure, get a gobbo. Yeah, they should have gotten some damage in, that's true. We're going to keep pecking in the air. Yeah, we could venture twice with the Hawk. I don't know if that's better than just attacking with it, though. I don't know, Shanazar. I didn't really do that math out. I'm going to send these. Yeah, it's true. We can map twice just through that. Is that better than Wizards classing to get a counter? Put a counter on Wizards class, or go to chapter 3. No, we already drawn 2. But we can do that. I suppose if I was, yeah, if I was going to do that, I suppose I should have done that to get an extra damage in there. Oh well. Not perfect. Oh, the drain. Well, now it's on the Hawk. Too late. I'm gonna spread out our damage, which is also fine, I think. Yeah, we could venture 3 times next turn, really. Map, Hawk. Hopefully that won't matter. I mean, I'm hoping they just scoop here. That's the dream. They're out of answers and give it up. Why would we be dead on 10 mana? I mean, you can only activate Cridle once, right? Still showing lethal. Still showing lethal. Xanathar Schmanathar. That card is bad. Easy to beat. I can't believe we did. I'll take it. I'll take it. So, maybe 2 bars? 2 bar blues? There's some red, but I don't know. I'm not bringing in Ray for a Rust monster. Kind of makes me want 2 bars over the charm. Even go 3 bars. They're very creature heavy, although not entirely. Hole, yeah, hole not getting much. That's a good point. Drop the hole. We can bring the map back even. We can drop 1 Hawk, but we're going to be on the play. I do like the... I mean, they were pretty weak to the air. They did have a little bit of air force of their own. Yeah, but Hawk attacks. That's the thing. I mean, I like attacking. I think... Oh, right, we're going to be on the draw. That's true. I still like him for turn 1. Soul Knife could go. Charm Sleep could go for another bar. We could bring the map back in. Yeah. You could do that, I suppose, if you really wanna. Let's do it this way, that's fine. All right. I like this hand. This needs 1 more land. All right, there's our 1 more land. We could class this turn, but I'm just going to torch it up. Getting outclassed on the creature front, but we can either hold up bar, but I think we want Torch on the Hawk to at least get some clock going. Dungeoneer to try and hold the ground, and then we sit behind bars after that. We can even go Wizard class hold up bar. Planar Ally is interesting, but actually not where we want to be yet. We need some more land before that's a good draw. Kind of asked them to kill the Hawk here. And they do. But we do have the Dungeoneer follow. And if this survives, it's pretty stable. I could make a treasure. What does that get us? It gets us, not enough. I think we just will take a Gobbo here. Although, yeah, we can take a Gobbo and then we threaten a Shambling Ghast and be like, all right, you really want to trade a Ghast for that Gobbo? Maybe they do, because they're stuck on land. It's true the treasure helps hold up counters, but I'm gonna try and... Yeah, with a third land, we could equip the Torch and still hold up counters, but we get Wizard class hold up counter. I think... Well, it seemed like red was almost their splash, if, you know... That's good to see. The Rust Monster is a bit of an issue. But we'll go Wizard class here to at least get it on board. Yeah, but for how long? I mean, I guess if we really think the bars are about you know, the Xanathar or whatever, we can go shields down on bar for a turn. It's true. And then next turn, draw 2 and hold up bar. Mike wants to hold up bar now. Yeah, I'm kind of with Mike, because we can, next turn we can equip and hold up bar. Well, Ghoul can only sack once per turn, so they don't have 6 next turn. But I will hold up the bar. I mean, does that change it, Mike? Because if you're worried that 6 mana gets them shields down Xanathar, they don't have that. So we could... Oh, yeah, well, if they... I'd be really surprised if they did that. You think they would do that? That's a lot of hoping. Anyway, no attack. All right, we can be extra cautious. I just think it's highly unlikely that that's what we're looking at here. If they do it, man, I'll salute mightily. Look, they're gonna do it! You all are right. Wow. Oh, but they're just killing my Gobbo. Okay, never mind. It wasn't that. That's fine. That's fine. That seems like a bad use of a Shambling Ghast to me. That seems like a good use of a Price of Loyalty, though. That's also why they did it, right? Get rid of any chumps. So we're just getting black-redded now, unfortunately. Yeah, we are dead if they do the math. You're right, Pablo. Well... come back and win the next one. Let's see if they find it. It's not obvious. But they sack the Ghast, make a treasure, pump the Rust Monster, and get us. I don't think so. I think we're probably where we're at here. I didn't. Yeah, I was really surprised at their play, but then they had the win, so well done. True, especially the ghoul. It's such a difference maker for that archetype. So we can do that back, maybe over the Charm Sleep then. I'm gonna try this. For you hear something? No, I like that you hear something. So we're talking about taking you hear something out? I don't think I want to take that out. Yeah, come on, Magic Gods. How about a big finish here? Give us 1,000 gems and a nice opener that just kind of gets there. Oh, yeah, sure. I understand now. You were saying, oh, but for you hear something, we might have done well. And I was reading that as, oh, you should swap that for a you hear something. And that didn't make sense to me. But we're on the same page now. I'm with you. Oh my goodness. Being not on the same page as some or all of my viewers is the weirdest, sometimes stressful part of streaming. I'm just like, I feel so dumb right now. Because everybody else gets something that I don't get yet. And I'm trying to figure it out. Alright, Magic Gods, come on. One time. Not really keepable. Ugh. I mean, Bar the Gate's gonna maybe get something, but... yeah. Now we gotta keep this. But I'm gonna be super greedy. I'm ditching an island. Conjure, hold up, bar. I'm gonna play the Conjurer now. Because then we can play Torch and hold up bar next turn. Give him one turn for a... really? I mean, it's not that greedy. I didn't think it was that greedy. We can hold up, you hear something. We can't hold up bar unless we tap Conjurer now. Which is kind of interesting to note. But we can just hold it all up. Yeah, there's I really wanted to use my mana to get out the Torch here, but I like keeping all of our options up. Mike is right. I don't mind this. I guess I mind it if they've got the... they probably have the sack, or they wouldn't do this, unfortunately. So that's a bummer. Well, we're getting red-blacked out of this, I think. These Bar the Gates not performing for us, really, when the way we wanted them to. And I could hear something, but and make them consider using it on their own, but yeah, let's kill the 2/2, and then maybe if they've got the sack a creature, they'll use it on their own thing. I think that's what they've got. So they're gonna destroy our Conjurer here. Yeah, they really didn't do that right, though. They should have gotten an extra 2 damage in. Alright, Hawk, hold up bar. We got this, gang. We got this. Alright. Something went right for us here. And Peggy not bad either. We want Peggy or just continue to hold up bar. Or, you know, we take Peggy but then hold up bar. Mike just wants to go for more land. That's fair. I don't know if we want to draw more land. I mean, it's fine. It's fine to draw more land. We can torch and hold up the bar, which is the plan here. Somewhat telegraphed, because why didn't we torch and equip? But oh, so maybe theirs was their own and not mine. I wasn't really paying attention, but yeah, we'll bar that. I don't want to lose to a black-red deck splashing a 2-drop. That's some BS. Treasure? Why? I don't understand the treasure idea there. Well, we could equip Torch, but we can also play and equip Plate Armor. I'm gonna make the Hawk big here. Uh-oh, I don't like that pause. Might mean this Hawk is not gonna be equipped, but let's try. Here's the pause. Boo earns, but now this Gobbo's important. No! Magic gods, you're so cruel. Oh my god. Come on! What BS. Suck it, magic gods, you're the worst. Actual worst. Letting me lose to a stupid splash 1T? F that. It's over. But not quite. If we get a perfect creature draw here, it could be okay, but come on. We need our planar ally. Fine. So ridiculous. You got a greedy pile, Ashiok, Nightmare Muse. Well, it's greedy, a little bit greedy. I'm just being bitter now. Wise words, 3-year-old, but sometimes life bums you out. Right now, I'm bummed. I'm gonna feel it, and then I'll stop being bummed. But that sucked. Really did. Beating a Xanathar in game 1, and then just getting worked over by Magic in the other 2. Right on, true. It is what I have to tell myself. In the end, not a big deal to lose a game of Magic, but also, if I didn't care about losing a game of Magic, I'd never bother playing the game. It's a balance. You gotta care enough so that the game matters, but not care so much that it matters more than it should. No, I hear you. It's just counting your blessings, right? Crappy stuff can happen to you, and you gotta look around at your blessings, of which I have many, including awesome chat, and I play video games on the internet, and people watch me, and I got great kids, wonderful wife. Life is excellent, even if I lost to Greedy Grixis. Yeah, Martini, that is generally my philosophy. I mean, if you don't feel it, you're gonna bottle it up. So I just let it flow through me as quickly as I can. Yeah, it's a... Can I help him in time? No, I can't help Ryan in time. Oh, well. No such thing, Siriana. We ended up 1-2, sadly. Not my best day in the draft tables. But I did promise a jump start if we cleared that before 11:30, and we did. So we'll try a jump start, see how that looks. Oops, I was going to zero this out, not repeat it. YouTube friends, sorry we couldn't get some gems there. That bummed me out, obviously. So close, but the Magic Gods not with us in that one. And we got the old 1-2 that feels like a goose egg because you get nothing back. We'll get him next time. And finally, a blue-white deck fails me. That's literally the first time I have not trophied with a blue-white deck. But I also have not played a blue-white deck in literal months. Like, basically, I got all those wins very early in the format before it was fully started out. Or fully sorted out. So anyway, catch you the next one, YouTube friends. Thanks for watching. We'll see ya.